Hello my dear boys and girls. In today's video I am going to explain the poem Abou Ben Adhem by Leigh Hunt. This poem is narrative in nature, but it also has elements of a fable. It tells a story that helps to teach a lesson to the reader. If one wants to be close to God, all he or she has to do is love his or her fellow men. The poem focuses on an event in the life of the Sufi saint Abou Ben Adhem, anglicized to Abou Ben Adhem. Ben Adhem encounters an angel who is writing a record of those who love God. Learning his name is not on this list, Ben Adhem instructs the angel to mark him down as one who loves his fellow men. The next night, the angel returns with a second list of those who are blessed by God. Ben Adhem's name is at the top this time, suggesting that God favors those who love their fellow human beings. Indeed, love for other people is the best way to express love for God. In this poem, thus, the poet focuses or highlights the importance of love, compassion, and fraternity among fellow human beings. The poem uses the mystical experience of Abou Ben Adhem to demonstrate the importance of these qualities. Now let us turn to page number 34. Here, you will learn this entire section because this is a summary of the poem, a short summary of the poem. But before moving on to the explanation of the poem, I will just help you to rectify a printing error. Here, Ben Adhem is delighted to he sees. Here is a printing mistake. Either you will use delighted to see his name or delighted as he sees his name. There are two possibilities. You may choose any one. Abou Ben Adhem, may his tribe increase. The speaker begins by blessing the Sufi saint, praying or hoping that his tribe increase or that his family flourishes, prospers and expands. He should, the speaker hopes, have a good life ahead of him. Next he moves on to give us an account of the man's life and the defining moment that makes it memorable. Adhem woke up one night from a deep dream of peace into a room that was filled with moonlight and rich with loveliness. Awoke one night from a deep dream of peace. Deep dream, an alliterative expression. And this is highly significant as well because being an upright man, Abu has nothing to worry about and has no anxiety, guilt or worry. Consequently, he has a sound sleep and wakes up from a deep dream of peace. Here there is the use of assonance to capture the sweet nature of his sleep by using pleasant sounding syllables. Awoke one night from a deep dream of peace, assonance. This moment of tranquility is succeeded by a sudden dazzling vision. Hunt creates this effect through the use of splendid visual imagery of the moonlit room within which, like a lily in bloom, an angel is writing in a book of gold. Let us read. Awoke one night from a deep dream of peace and saw within the moonlight in his room, making it rich and like a lily in bloom. This is an example of simile. The simile of lily in bloom is apt, as lilies are symbolic of humility and devotion, two traits that Abou Ben Adhem seems to embody. The setting of the poem is important. The poem takes place in the bedroom, most probably of Abou Ben Adhem, over the course of 2 nights. The moonlit room is depicted as a calm place in which Ben Adhem sleeps, the restful slumber of a man very much at peace. This quickly establishes the noble character, the uprightness, the righteousness of Ben Adhem, whose peaceful abode suggests he is likely doing something right in his life and is setting a good example for others to learn from. Now, the entrance, the arrival of the angel brightens the room, filling it with a pure whiteness, suggested by the reference to a lily in bloom in line 4. When the angel returns later in the poem, we will see that it again fills the room with a bright light that wakes Adhem up. That the angel repeatedly visits Abou Ben in a personal chamber suggests his importance in the eyes of God, even if at first he does not appear on the angel's list of men who love the Lord. The setting, therefore, is very important. Exceeding peace had made Ben Adhem bold, and to the presence in the room he said, "What writest thou?" The vision raised its head, and with a look made of all sweet accord, answered, "The names of those who love the Lord." "And is mine one?" said Abou. "Nay, not so," replied the angel. Abou, far from being surprised or afraid of such a supernatural sight, an angel had entered his room after all. He had some very important queries instead because of the exceeding peace. Exceeding peace made him bold enough to do so. And he questioned the presence, that is, the angel in the room, about what he was writing. The vision, that is, the angel, raised its head, and with a look made of all sweet accord. The angel was not at all angry with him, was not at all disturbed. He simply and sweetly informed Abou that he was writing the names of those who love the Lord. This gets Abou's attention, and in the next line he inquires about himself, "And is mine one?" On being asked what he was writing on the book, the angel tells Abou that he is writing the names of those who love the God, and upon being asked whether his name is there on the book, Abou receives a negative response. Here, "Nay, not so," replied the angel. Abou spoke more low, but cheerily still. He was sad, he was feeling low, but still he was cheerful, and said, "I pray thee, I request you then, write me as one that loves his fellow men." Abou is not dismayed to hear that his name is not featured on the first book, though it is not a very pleasurable revelation. Abou persists in his goodness and instead asks the angel to write his name as one that loves his fellow men. There is a slight twist here, as a reader might have been expecting the saint to ask that he be added to that very first list. Instead, Abou hopes of proving to God that he is a good person. This demonstrates the goodness within him. He wants God to remember him as someone who loved and served his fellow men. When the angel visits the next day to show the names whom God's love had blessed, we find that it is Abou's name which heads the list, which leads the list. The angel wrote and vanished. So that night, the angel wrote and then disappeared, vanished. The angel came again. The next night, alliterative expression next night. It came again with a purpose. And this time it came again with a great awakening light. It was a bright and dazzling vision once again, and showed the names whom love of God had blessed. God had showered his blessings. And lo, surprisingly, Ben Adhem's name led all the rest. The poem ends with an exhortation, and lo, Ben Adhem's name led all the rest. The poem began with another exhortation as well. Abou Ben Adhem, may his tribe increase. Thus we see its use in the first and last lines of the poem, thus effectively enclosing the poem itself. The speaker in this poem is an omniscient narrator. The speaker is intended to be relatively unseen or unheard in order to allow the narrative to unfold and to help the reader maintain focus on Ben Adhem. My dear boys and girls, this is the end of today's video. Hope you have liked this video and hope that I have been able to explain this poem as easily as possible. I'll also discuss some question answers related to this poem in some other video. Take care and bye.